What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. After Sound here, bringing you, I guess, Splinterlands content, GLS content, and Arcade Colony content today, because I mainly want to talk about the Colony airdrop that should be starting up here. I was hoping, sometime soon, but hopefully within the next couple of months, once the team is able to get the Colony token and I guess the script token, but we don't really need that, the Colony token up and running. And so we know that the fork happened is about 200 million, which means that there's 800 million set aside for 5 years to be given out to SPS stakers as well as GLS stakers. And so in looking at the opportunity here, you can see that we have about 766 million SPS staked out of a total supply of 1.2 billion. But we only have 142, just under 143 million GLX staked. So you're going to get equal amounts, right? Because it's going to be split 50-50 between SPS stakers and GLX stakers. And the thing is, per GLX token staked, it's about 5x. It's actually a little bit more than 5x in terms of the value that it's going to provide. Now, how much is this utility worth? What's the APR going to be like? We have no idea. We're going to have to wait and see what the Arcade Colony token, or specifically the Colony token, ends up coming in at, what type of utility that has, if people want to hold it, if people want to sell it. But we're still very, very early on in that. The fork has not even happened. The token is not even live. But I do think it's interesting right now that maybe there's a little bit of an opportunity here if you're a big believer in the platforms, right? The Invenium platforms, GLX, or GLS, I should say, and Arcade Colony. Because right now, GLX has, GLX has way less tokens staked, which means you get more bang for your buck per GLX token. And you can see here, GLX is trading at 0.00, we'll just round that up to 0.004 versus SPS, which has recently crossed 3 cents. So, that's more than a 7x, maybe 7.5x above where GLX is. Now, I'm not saying that once things go live, all the utility from the airdrop will be enough to push GLX up, but it is interesting to consider. I'll just say that. Now, here's the thing. Staking GLX, though, does not earn you more GLX. That staking reward is over. It does get you GLGT, which to my knowledge does not have any utility, sadly. I think maybe you can use it for some stuff in the GLG game, but I'll be honest, I'm not following it that closely. And, actually GLGT is over a penny. So that's got to count for something. People must be wanting it for some reason. And you can see here, the GLGT price did go up recently, although, it had nothing to do with the airdrop and there's no kind of one-to-one token in the Arcade Colony platform. But either way, you still do get GLGT tokens. You do not get GLX tokens though. And in the future, the Arcade Colony tokens, or the Colony token specifically, will be split out evenly between the GLS platform and Splinterlands. So in that way, I'm looking at this and, there's a risk here. None of this is financial advice. I'm not even telling you that I'm going to do this myself, but I'm just looking at the numbers here, the bang for your buck. And because I'm not necessarily bullish on GLX or GLS, I say that even though there's probably clips of me in the past saying that I am bullish on it, it's difficult. It's difficult because I like the idea of what the platform can do in terms of bringing in Web 2 games, but we haven't even seen that done yet with Arcade Colony. We see a really cool game with something like Mooncarts, but the implementation's taking a while. We don't know how everything's going to shake out. And so it's like the potential is there, but is the execution. And so far, that's been probably the biggest roadblock for the GLS platform so far. The GLG game came out and, it came out much later than everybody was expecting. Now we're not expecting to get, the season 2 until sometime later in the summer. I would hope that we can get some kind of other game in the mix, some kind of Web 2 game that comes in. But ultimately, it's not something that I'm going to jump headfirst into and just totally speculate on. But it is interesting to consider if I am somewhat bullish on the Arcade Colony platform. And again, Arcade Colony is going through the same thing right now. Obviously, there's a very exciting game that I think is going to launch at some point. But once again, it comes down to execution, right? Bitcoin's hitting new all-time highs. The halving is a little bit over a month away. And, the delays keep on piling up now for Arcade Colony. And, a lot of the people that I've talked to said, it's kind of more of the same, right? With same stuff that we've been seeing with GLX, where the team kind of sets this outline. And to be fair, Aggie did give like 4 different timelines saying like, Hopefully we can get this done in 2 weeks, but the oh shit thing is like in 2 months. And so far, you know, we're unfortunately trending that way. So hopefully that does play itself out. But for people who are bullish on this ecosystem as a whole, Splinterlands, Arcade Colony, and GLX, it is something worth considering. And for me, you know, I'm kind of just taking, you know, obviously my SPS and restaking all the rewards that come in. And for the most part with GLX, the way that I kind of compound my gains here is just by adding or, you know, selling off the GLGT to whoever wants to buy it for whatever reason, and usually buying more GLX with that. But considering where it's at, considering the difference in utility, the difference in price, the difference in value that it could get for the Arcade Colony airdrop, it's something to consider. And that's all I'm doing. And that's all I'm sharing with you guys in this video. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Otherwise, I will catch you all in the next one and see you around the game. Take care.